What's up, YouTube? Spawn here. Today you saw the title already. I want to just be going over some things on why, like the game, just been feeling like a little bit watered down. Well, not watered down. Sorry, it's just not been feeling as fun as it was in the beginning, and why the game is starting to die down a little bit, right? So, the first thing I want to go over is combo structure. Would be another reason why the game is dying down. Or would be the number one reason, or not the number one, but one of my reasons why I think the game is dying down currently right now. Okay, so for I'm gonna take smoke, or sorry, I'm gonna take rain, and rain is gonna be my main example right now. Okay, so we have rain here, right? The reason why I say the combos are the one, are one of the reasons why the game structures, or why the game is kind of dying down a little bit, because the game feels limited. Like, whenever we ask for combos, it's technically not what we really ask for. Now, I know that's kind of like defeating the purpose of the point right now, right? But NetherRealm heard the people was like, hey, MK11 didn't have combos. In the next game, we want combos. And they were like, okay, cool. So NetherRealm, they gave us like air combos, right? They gave us air combos. They gave us like all this stuff, like these meterless launchers, whatever, yada, right? Well, not necessarily meterless launchers, right? But technically they're meterless, right? But this still makes the game limited because what do you see from ranked players? Oh, you see their main mid, launch, same exact air combo into fucking Geyser. That's all you see. You will see the exact same. If you don't see the exact same combo, you will see the exact same sequence. This sequence will never change. This ender would never change. This starter to even get the ground mouse would never change. This would be the main thing that you would be using with rain. And let's say for you don't even get it right. Maybe you get the overhead. Guess what? It's still the same thing. There's nothing different here that applies to make rain speak out to a player or to make rain players feel different or allow rain players to express themselves as a rain main. Every rain you see is the same exact shit over and over again. So this defuses and this just debunk, oh sorry, not debunk, this just eliminates players to express themselves and being able to, use the character how they seem to fit or why they want to play the character in the first place. There's no reason for that. Rain would be the perfect example of that reason, right? Or mixed up characters, right? I got a meterless launcher, but it's too slow to punish, so I really can't do much with that. I have to rely on Cameo, you know. And guess what? Same exact thing. It's just stale, dude. Same thing with Kung Lao. Even though I randomly just picked Kung Lao, what do you see? This is the main ender that you see. Or you will see some shit like this here. No, fuck it, let's just cut it short. Nah, I got the shit. This all you will see. From Kung Lao, you won't even see nothing different. Or you'll probably see shit like this here, right? Now, you'll probably see something like that here and there, but ultimately it's still pretty much some of the same shit that you'll see over and over again. And that kind of goes around the whole entire character. And this kind of goes around the entire cast, right? Like Shang Tsung, same thing. Oh, I hit you with forward four. Okay, up skull stand for, up skull stand for, up skull stand for injection. That's all you would see. This is main stapled. Fucking Reiko. That's all you would see. Forward 1-2, kick up launch, stand 3-2, EX slide, stand 3 command grab. That's all you would see. That's his main stable. Same thing with smoke. Oh, okay, I do the little phase cancel, 3-3-2, jump up, that, you know, 1-1-2, bomb, hard knockdown. That's all you would see. You get what I'm saying? Um, Baraka, he always ends in Beyblade. The combo would still start the exact same. Havoc, back to one fireball, back to one roll. That's all you would see. The combo structure is not. Whenever we wanted combos, we wanted to be freeform. Like, and a great example would be Liu Kang. Let's pick another character different. Havoc. Fuck it. So let's say, for instance, if I have Havoc to jump here, right? Let's just say like I knock Havoc down, and I'm late on my. I can't recognize the situation, right? Like if he jumped and I anti-aired him, whatever, by accident because he jumped and I mistimed my meaty, but I caught him. I can't get multiple down ones like, oh, I recognize the situation and then continue with your combo there. You can't do that. It's too limited. And guess what? The same thing with Liu Kang still happens too. The same combo structure you see. Here, back 2-3, stand floor, back 2-3. It's the same shit over and over again. Or maybe you probably spiced it up a little bit and did it this, right? But it's still the same combo structure. There's nothing different. Everybody has the same exact shit. Oh, Havoc. Oh, okay. That's all you see from Havoc. Or you'll see this. That's it. Or maybe you'll see this. That's it. Reason two would be probably the most controversial, or not really controversial, but the most like well-known part on why most people are leaving, or why I'm seeing the exact same people on ranked, character crisis. Now, I'm going to explain. I'm pretty sure you guys know what character crisis is. Character crisis is whenever you try to find a character that best suits you, but you keep going from character to character to character to character, and you just cannot find that. You just cannot find that beloved character that you will want to stick with throughout the entire game, or this beloved character that will get you to keep coming back after weeks, days, months, years, whatever the case may be. For MKX, I found my beloved character, which would be Liu Kang Duelist. I will go back to that character at any given point. I still have him. I went back to him yesterday, actually, even after all those years of playing. I have over 3,000 hours played in MKX due to that one character, right? But in this game, people have a very hard character crisis here, trying to find the exact character that best suits them. And I'm going to explain why. And I believe the main reason why is due to the fact that we have multiple of the same exact archetype. Okay? Like, for example, footsie characters. Who would be our footsie characters here? I'm scrolling over two of them right now, Havoc and Melina. Right? They both have good long range buttons they can catch off of the wolf punish. They have really good buttons that can poke from afar. And if you dare with a button, they can hit you. Or if you try to down one, they can wolf punish. They are footsie characters, right? They have the buttons to compete with that. How many do we have? There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to include General Shao, you can. But fuck it, we're going to include General Shao. 7. We have 7 footsie characters right here that do the exact same thing. But since this reminiscent to Mortal Kombat 11, obviously you would only pick the best one. So you have 7 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that do the exact same thing. But you pick the best one. Who do you think is the best footsie's character right now? If you say Tanya, I would agree with you. Tanya is supposed to be the best Switch character, due to her having the most range in the game. And quite literally, she has a buff that gives her more range on her buttons. So why would she not be the best Footsie's character? But no, no, it's Ashura. Ashura would be your best bet whenever you're going for this archetype. So when people look for this, let's say for instance you're not even a Footsie's type character, right? You already have 7 useless characters that take up the slot, that do the exact same thing that the other character does. But you pick the best one because, of course, you want the best results, says the casual player, excuse me. So now what this does is that you have 7 Footsie's characters, you pick the best one, which leaves 6 other useless slots here. Meaning that you now have subjectively less characters to pick from because you already have a Footsie's character that already reaches the dynamic of that specific archetype. And you just have 6 more just laying around just because. Now let me ask you this question. You know what a rushdown archetype is? Yes, you do? Okay. So if your words match mine, then you are correct. A rushdown character is a character that excels up close, very close, really close quarter combat. They have very fast buttons and they have very limited range, but whenever that range is met, it's like you cannot get them off of them. The further they get away from you, the weaker they become. The closer they get to you, they're at their peak. These rushdown characters tend to have the best mid, or at least some of the best mids. They tend to have heavy plus frames to keep their momentum going as a rushdown character, of course, because they want to be up close. Because that's their strongest point. We want to keep them in your face at all given times, right? And overall, they just want to stay in your face and never let you out. If you get put in the corner, it's practically game over. Who would these characters be? Oh, sorry, we looked too far. If your thesis matched mine, then you have the exact archetype of what a rushdown character is. How many rushdown characters do we have in this game? Let's start off with that question. Fuck it. Okay, we have 1. We have 2. We have 3. We have 4. We have 5. And we have 6. You can put Sub-Zero in there if you want to, and I'm going to leave them out. So we have 6 rushdown characters. So we have 7 Footsie's characters. We have 6 rushdown characters. 6 plus 7 gives us 13. So if you're looking for any other archetype, you have 13 characters that's filling up useless spots. And of course, who is our best rushdown character right now? Yep, you guessed it, Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is our best rushdown character, which tells you if I like rushdown, I'm picking Johnny because Johnny is the perfect representation of a rushdown character. He has no projectile. He has some moves that can mitigate a projectile, and when he gets in, it's hard to get Johnny off of you. That's his win condition. Johnny is the perfect representation of the perfect rushdown archetype in this game, which I commend him for making this. He's just a little bit overtuned, but the archetype thesis goes perfectly with Johnny. But now you have 6 rushdown characters. They all do the same exact thing, but Johnny does it better, which ultimately leaves you to pick Johnny only because you wanted to pick your favorite archetype and you want the best results. You pick Johnny, which leaves 5 other slots out. You're taking up space. This is what forces a character crisis. If I'm already at a rushdown character, maybe I don't like Johnny. Why would you give me 5 more characters that do the exact same thing? It limits my. It basically limits my It limits my decisions. It even limits me to spread my wings in order to try out other characters because there are 5 other characters that do the exact same thing, right? Like, come on. Now, this fits in the same category as character crisis, right? How many grapplers do we have? Okay. Oh, sorry. What is a grappler? Let's go with this. Let's start off with that. What is a grappler? Let's see if your thesis match again. A grappler is also a character that excels at up close range only. The further they get, the weaker they get. The difference between a rushdown and a grappler would be the fact that grapplers, well, they use grabs. That's their scariest aspect. It becomes a 50-50 because whenever they get in your face, you got to guess strike or throw. That's their main aspect. But with a grappler, it's just unga bunga. I'm finna get in. I'm finna grab you, nigga. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same exact thing as a rushdown character. It's just I need to grab you more. Grappler characters tend to have what we call a command grab. These command grabs tend to be non-takeable. The universal grab goes to everyone. Everyone has a grab in this game, but the only difference is that you can take those grabs, your standard grab. But a grappler has a command grab that you cannot take. You have to either jump it or duck it, depending on the game that you're in. Or maybe both. Okay? So now that you know the archetype of what a grappler is, how many grapplers do we have? You said 2? Who would those 2 be? If you said there are 2, you are absolutely wrong. We have 0 grapplers in this game. Reiko nor Garrus fits this criteria. What I say that a grappler, the further they get away, the weaker they become. But the closer they get up, it's basically game over. It's very hard for them to get in, but when they do, it's basically game over. You're guessing for your life, you're scrambling. They thrive off of your mistakes. Okay? We have 0 grapplers in this game. Why? Reiko. Does Reiko struggle at far range? Absolutely not. Not even a bit. Does Garrett struggle at far range? Probably not. He has a command grab, but I think it's, you know, he also has a projectile, but it's not very good, which is kind of come close to what a grab is supposed to be. But then you see he has all these tools that allow him to just do shit. It's not what a grappler is. I would think Reiko would be more of a grappler than Garrus is, but we have no grappler in this game. But for the sakes of it, we're going to consider these 2 are our grapplers of this game. These half-done ass grapplers. Okay. So we have 2. We only have 2 grapplers, which is great. The only fucked up part is that none of these characters meet the expectations of what a grappler is supposed to be. So when the person comes in here and they're like, oh, I want to play a grappler, you don't know who the grapplers are because they don't signify, hey, I'm a grappler, pick me. Even though they only take up 2 slots, which is amazing. They have no label. We don't know what these 2 characters are because they're definitely not grapplers. So the variety of the archetype is fucked. It's mixed up in this game. To where if you want a specific archetype to play, such as myself, I love trap archetypes. I love trap characters. I don't have a trap character here. Because 13 of those slots are filled in with rushdown characters or footsies characters. 2 of them are filled up with the grappler character. And we only have, what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21? characters, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 20, 24 characters, right? But 15 of those characters are already filled up with bullshit. Or at least to me, as a trap, uh, I love trap characters. 15 of those slots are just gone already, right? So now we're only limited to like what? 9 characters to choose from? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? None of these fit the trap character archetype whatsoever. The only one that comes close is Katana, but she would fall into more of the footsies category. She has not. She has one thing that says trap about her, but the trap doesn't trap. She's not in a trap house trapping. You dig what I'm saying? So if you came here to find a different archetype, you cannot find that, which ultimately makes the game a lot boring. There's no variety. There's no diversity. Everything's the same. Who's our zoner? Oh, this is going to be a good one. Or sorry, let's ask this question. What is a zoner? A zoner, let's see if your thesis match. A zoner is a character that excels very good from far range. Very good from far range. They have all the tools to make you or sorry, they have all the tools to keep you out at a long mid-range game or mid-long range game, right? They have projectiles, they have things you can put on the screen, or not really put on the screen, but like just throwing at you, right? Or maybe they have like long reaching buttons that recover fairly well from full screen only, so they excel at full screen. Their projectiles and buttons tend to be fairly fast, but fairly slow. The closer they get to the opponent, the weaker they are due to their buttons only being useful at long range. And even if you don't have long range buttons, your buttons tend to be a bit too slow to compete against the rest of the cast. Well, obviously, due to you being at a long range and you being able to keep your opponent out for a long amount of time. But where this comes to specialty at is that what makes them excel very well is that they they tend to annoy your opponent very well by keeping them at bay or at a long range, preventing them from getting in. Especially if you're the grappler archetype or the rushdown archetype, you will tend to have a hard time getting in on the zoner. Right? So the zoner, he mainly capitalizes off of your mistakes. I threw a projectile, but you jumped too late, or maybe you jumped to the wrong projectile that I threw. Now I'm going to anti-air you, and that's where my big damage is going to come from. Or simply, maybe you just tried a desperate attempt to get in. I threw a projectile. You did a very unsafe move to try to get in. I recovered in time to block it. And now I'm finna launch you for 30, 35%, 40% maybe, and send you back full screen where you came. So now you got double the punishment. You took hella damage, and now you just reset from the place that you were struggling with in the first place. That's the archetype of a zoner. So, who's our zoner in this game? Oh, sorry, how many zoners do we have in this game? If you said we have 3 zoners, you are absolutely in fucking correct. We have 0 zoners in this game. Oh, you don't. Oh, you say Cinderella's our best zoner? Or maybe you said Katana is our best zoner. Or maybe you said Shang Tsung. Okay. Who the fuck is this? Shang Tsung is our stance character. He possibly can't be the best zoner. He doesn't even have it in his name. Katana. She's a footsies character. She don't even have it in her name. Sindel. She's a well-balanced all-round character. She doesn't even have it in her name. Rain is the zoner of the game. Bars. He has it in his archetype name. He's a zoner. Sorry. Was Stephanie McMahon, or sorry, Stephanie Brownback. Rain's a premier zoner. Rain is our only zoner in this game. Technically speaking, she's our own. Sorry. Technically speaking, Rain is our only zoner in the game. But we don't have a zoner. Spawn, what the fuck you talking about? Nigga, our grappler is the best zoner in the game. Our so-called grappler beat our zoner at his own game. The archetype level or the character creation and archetype is absolutely fucked in this game. It makes no sense. My grappler outzones my zoner. Here's the funny part. The worst matchup a grappler could have is a zoner, nigga. The worst matchup a grappler could have is a zoner. And it bizarres me that in this fucking game, our zoner has the best projectile in the game, and our zoner doesn't. Make that make sense to me, please. The archetypes are absolutely butchered and they're fucked, making the game more boring over time it gets. Because if you want to try out another archetype or if you want to try out another character, you playing the exact same character you previously played, or maybe their archetype does not even come true to what they say they are. If I want to play a zoner, I would choose Rain, but Rain doesn't zone. If I want to choose a grappler, I can grappler, but that's not my job with this character. My job is to zone the fuck out of you, wait till you get annoying to block the projectile, then I dash in the command grab. That's not the archetype of a zoner. Look, dude, this is why we have a character crisis. But anyway, man, I'm done with this rant. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and your boy Spawn is out. Peace, man.